What's going on, everyone? I'm just a typical, average American here today to react and learn about the top 10 Little Britain sketches. Now, this is not a show I've really ever heard of or seen before. Apparently, it was pretty popular in Britain when it was running, and honestly, this is going to be the first time I'm ever exposed to Little Britain. So I wanted to first look up a little description of what this show is even about, so I know what to expect. Little Britain is a British sketch comedy series that ran as a television series between 2003 and 2006. Wow, this show is actually like 20 years old at this point. Wow, had a pretty short runtime, only 3 years, huh? And this is pretty famous, pretty well known, though? Wow. Must have been quite well received, huh? It was written and performed by David Walliams, and Matt Lucas. David Walliams. Oh, I actually recognize this person. He's English. I recognize him. I don't know what from, but I recognize him. What about Matt Lucas? Not really. No, I don't really know Matt Lucas. Okay, interesting. Financed by the BBC. The program consists of a series of sketches involving exaggerated parodies of British people from various walks of life. Okay. I really am. My curiosity is piqued now. Each sketch is introduced by a voiceover, suggesting the program was a guide aimed at non-British people, me, to British society. Wait, this is wonderful. This is fantastic. I'm just going to learn how British society works in the form of sketches involving exaggerated parodies of British people. Oh my gosh. All right, well, with that being said, let's check it out. The top 10 Little Britain sketches.
Number 10, Ray McCooney. This eccentric hotel owner lives in a far-out fancy world where sprites inhabit radios and taxes are paid for with magic beans.
I feel like a lot of these sketches are going to begin with this eccentric blank, insert the blank, and then just that can be the premise of so many sketches.
You'd like to know my secrets, would you?
I like this.
As such, he flat out refuses to give a simple answer to a simple question, because life's never that straightforward, obviously.
What do you mean, yes there are nuts, or yes you know?
Yes!
Armed with a...
He's very funny. I vaguely recognize this actor. I don't know what he's from. I don't think I know him from this show, but he's fantastic, and this is great.
Piccolo and an over-enthusiastic tone of voice, he's ready with a riddle at a moment's notice, leaving his customers understandably confused.
Does that answer your question?
No.
I guess I also just happen to really love, like, over-the-top, really eccentric, exaggerated, kooky character comedy. I feel like a lot of Americans might not enjoy this, actually. They'd be like, oh, this is stupid. But I think this is quite good.
Number 9, settling the account. For Bubbles DeVere, the Hillgrange Health Spa is her own permanent holiday resort, but her freeloading flamboyant...
Is that a man dressed as that woman? I feel like that's the other actor dressed up as that lady.
...comes to a head here, where the spa manager tries to settle her sizable bill.
Yeah, it's really just about this payment situation. You've been with us for over 5 months now. We still haven't received anything.
Oh, that's terrible, terrible, darling.
Unperturbed, DeVere shamelessly continues to outstay her welcome, using the facilities as if she owns them.
And she's, oh my god, and she still has to settle her bill. Okay.
Peter, my turn now, darling.
And when the manager refuses to be blatantly fobbed off, Bubbles truly turns on the charm.
Sure, we can come to some sort of arrangement. Mr.
Number 8.
Okay, I like how this is willing to push the envelope a little bit. Okay. So far, these sketches are quite funny to me.
8. The Fussy Shopper.
Okay.
The softly spoken Mr. Man has a very particular taste in almost everything he buys, making him a nightmare for Matt Lucas's humble shopkeeper.
Wow, this entire show really is focused around these two actors. Like, they carry every sketch of every show. That's amazing.
I was just wondering if you had any books on medieval English music between the dates 1356 and 1390.
But the well-prepared proprietor always tries his best, with more than a little help from the never-seen but often-heard Margaret.
There should be one over by the Mike Gatting autobiography.
Oh, yes, here we are. The history of medieval music.
This is also classic. There's nothing like this. This kind of comedy in America. Just watching this, just sitting back and enjoying this. Like, it's so obvious to me how there is nothing like this kind of sketch comedy. They do sketch comedy in the United States, Saturday Night Live and all that, but it's just not the same. It's not, these actors are so good at being so authentic and so over the top and so deadpan too.
1356 to 1390.
So, with Mr. Man browsing for books, the shop owner surprises him by having exactly what he needs. The rest of the transaction isn't quite successful though.
You must really like reading.
Oh no. Unfortunately, I'm blind.
Number 7.
And of course the British dark humor, which they would, like, I feel like they'd actually never do that here in America, make jokes like that, and that, like, he was saying, oh, he's at a bookstore getting books, but he's blind. Like, even though that's the point of comedy, to kind of push the envelope a little, even that I don't think would fly on American television.
Sing the theme tune. A recurring character, Dennis Waterman is a direct, if slightly strange, parody of the actual actor and singer.
Oh.
Hello.
Played by David Walliams, he's extremely small and exceptionally timid, reporting to his age.
Oh my god, the way they got this giant... I just realized he's very small, and this freaking giant chair. They got this giant chair to make him look small, and even that level of comedy gets me. Oh my god.
Agents in the hope of landing a dream role, as long as he can, well, you know.
So they want me to star in it? Write the theme tune, sing the theme tune?
No, I think they just want you to be in it this time.
This is a... like, he's doing a parody? He's doing an impersonation of somebody? I'm not sure who it is, honestly.
A joke that's rooted in the real-life Waterman's apparent tendency to sing his own title tunes, the actor was reportedly unimpressed by the caricature at first.
Oh, someone named Waterman? Can I look this up? Dennis Waterman, English actor and singer. Okay, let me compare. Same haircut? Who is this? It's a actor and singer. What else? Known for his tough guy leading roles. Okay, perfect. That's enough for me to understand, I think.
The actor was reportedly unimpressed by the caricature at first.
I'm running much too fast, can't escape from the past. I'll be so good for lucky runnings.
But he still appeared as a special guest for Little Britain Live.
Okay, I was gonna say, I could see where the actor wasn't happy with this portrayal, but it's like, it's comedy. Like, you gotta hopefully be able to laugh at yourself. It sounds like Dennis Waterman came around after a while and was actually on the show, which is awesome.
Number 6, Careless Whisper. This one really was a long time coming. For an ongoing sketch, Sebastian Love aids the Prime Minister, all the while harbouring an almighty crush on his boss.
Sebastian, thank you so much. You know I couldn't have done it without you.
And as the PM puts on a party to celebrate another election win, the stars seem to finally align for him and his assistants.
Oh my god. This is pushing the bound. This again probably would be pushing it too much on in the United States. Not because it's like a gay joke, but because it has to do with another person, like, pushing themselves, like, in a sexual way onto another person. Like, he's trying to kiss this guy, and he's clearly uncomfortable with it, and that's the part that I think, like, this wouldn't fly in the United States, but it's I have to admit, it's quite funny.
With George Michael on the speakers and a slow dance on the cards, Sebastian makes his move.
Oh no!
but the moment doesn't quite play out how he planned it.
Oh my
Do
god.
you perhaps have the slightest crush on me?
Why did I give you that idea? No. I just wanted to say well done.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah, that's just good comedy. Like that's just funny and well executed.
Number 5, Vanessa Feltz. As a leading Little Britain character, Marjorie Dawes does not mince her words.
Next time you feel peckish, have a bit of dust. Yeah?
She heads a local fat fighters club and spends most of her time insulting the members and delivering absurd dieting tips.
Oh man, talk about something that would never, like this would not be okay, especially these days. Would not be okay to show on American television, like this kind of making fun of people who are overweight and this whole topic. No way. You'd be cancelled on the spot.
But when Vanessa Feltz hosts a Q&A, Marjorie cuts a conflicted soul.
Well, I think it is.
You? Don't make me laugh. Mr. may be big, but you are something else.
It just goes to show you how much times have changed, I guess. Would this be okay to be on British TV right now? I feel like this whole kind of comedy making fun of people like based on their appearance is just not considered kosher, not considered like okay anymore to make jokes about.
She flits between flattering her guest and trying to humiliate her, always believing she's one step ahead, until the tension overflows in outrageous fashion.
Yes, I've got a question for you, Vanessa Feltz.
Number 4,
I don't even know what to think. It's shocking. I guess I'll say it again, is this show clearly one of its strengths is pushing boundaries, pushing the boundary of what is okay to make jokes about, which in that sense, like that is the role of comedy, to do that, to make fun of and bring light to things that are taboo. But again, that specific joke, like making fun of the Fat Fighters Club and what they were doing there, I don't think that's probably not good these days, but the spitting in the face, I mean, that's kind of funny.
Computer says no. Setting new standards for poor customer service, Carol Beer is also responsible for one of the most successful sketch show slogans of all time.
Computer says no.
An unhelpful employee extraordinaire, for the show's 3rd series she works in a travel agent, routinely ruining holidays for every single customer.
I want to meet Mickey Mouse.
Just be a man in a suit.
That is a great sketch. Great, just a totally deadpan. Someone whose just entire existence is to bring you down and like be a Debbie Downer on everything. And the computer says no. Is that actually a catchphrase that became somewhat well known because of this?
What you want.
With an infectious lack of enthusiasm, she quickly curtails this family's excitement by turning their Disney dream into a dreary nightmare. And when the other options seem bleak, does Carol let them down gently? Nope. No, she doesn't.
Excellent for families. Really great for the little ones, yeah. Oh, that is perfect. Computer says no.
I love it. I love it. Like, this is a style of comedy that is not nearly done enough in the United States. Someone who is just unapologetically negative and unenthusiastic, and it's so funny seeing it, like, portrayed so seriously.
Number 3, David Thomas. Another instantly recognisable character, Matt Lucas's David Thomas staunchly believes he's the only homosexual around, despite the ongoing and increasingly obvious evidence that he clearly isn't.
Don't you know I'm the only gay in this village? Oh, I just dream of the day I can meet other gays who know what it's like to be a gay.
But while Davith shows off his sexuality whenever he can, he never actually acts upon it.
I'm a gay.
I don't think so.
No, I bloody am, you know.
And
This is a funny one. This is I could actually see something like this. Because honestly, I think it's a good thing to bring these sorts of topics into like comedy sketches and stuff, because like being gay is a part of life and a part of popular culture, and it deserves to be a part of comedy and absurdity, and this is actually pretty funny.
Though he claims he wants to meet other gay people, he's far from friendly in this introductory scene. This village just isn't big enough for the both of them.
And it's also just good to like have gay representation in these sketch comedy shows as well. As long as it's not in a negative, degrading way, it's a good thing, honestly.
Well, maybe I should go.
Yes, maybe you should. We've already got one gay in Llandwy Brefi. We don't need another one.
Number 2, the dance-off. Teenage delinquent Vicky Pollard is never far from trouble, and whether she's breaking the law by stealing from a supermarket or trading her baby for a Westlife CD, she's got an answer for everything.
Vicky, where is the baby?
Swapped it for a Westlife CD.
Turning mid-noughties chav culture.
I've no idea what she said. I need a translation. I have no idea what she said.
Answer for everything.
Vicky, where is the baby?
Swapped it for a Westlife CD.
A CD? Some kind of CD? She traded the baby for a CD?
Turning mid-noughties chav culture into an inescapable catchphrase, in this sketch she encounters a rival group of girls on her estate, and the two gangs find an unusual way to settle their differences. But Vicky definitely wins, yeah? But
is this supposed to be some kind of portrayal of like British, like British class structure, or like is this some kind of parody of something in British culture? I'm not exactly sure with this kind of outfit and the hair and stuff.
But no, but.
Oh my god.
We had well the best dancers.
Number 1, Andy makes a splash. Today's winners are arguably the best known faces from the show, and we all know the drill.
Well, that is...
This is like some of the most well-known characters from the entire show right here.
Pride and Prejudice.
Yeah, no.
Lou looks after Andy, who pretends to need a wheelchair, but leaves it to perform a series of surprising actions whenever Lou's back is turned.
Oi, Douglas.
Peaceful here, isn't it? It's hard to really think and reflect on your life.
So, okay, that's horrible that he pretends to be handicapped. That's horrible. But then, but the joke of him pretending and then getting up and like doing crazy stuff while this other guy doesn't notice, that's pretty funny.
Throw in a few memorable one-liners and you have a firm fan favourite. Even Matt Lucas has said he liked playing Andy Pipkin more than most characters.
Huh.
Their shenanigans at the swimming pool are amongst their most famous. What a kerfuffle.
But he does have...
It's even funnier thinking that he's supposed to be a character that's in a wheelchair and handicapped, and he's jumping off the freaking high dive in the background.
Slight fear of
I could see a lot of Americans not being okay with that as well. That's the biggest thing I took away from this, honestly. This was by Watch Mojo UK. I gotta give this a like, but I also gotta say, one of the biggest things I noticed was, I know this show is 20-ish years old. Like, just from my American perspective, I found myself constantly noticing, like, the comedy, some of the comedy and some of the topics that I feel like Americans, I can't speak for British culture, but in American culture, a lot of these topics, like, people would be really, really scared to do a lot of these sketches and really, really tentative about making some of these jokes. So for that reason, you know, for the spirit of comedy and its role in pushing boundaries and commentating on society, I enjoyed this, actually. I enjoyed a lot of the the various degrees of humor and topics that they touched on. It seemed mostly in good taste, honestly. Mostly in good taste. And honestly, all the comedy and all the different characters were fantastic. I totally understand why this show was popular. I'm wondering why it only had a 3-year lifespan, honestly. These are very, very, very funny. So I enjoyed this quite a bit. Anyway, if you enjoyed this as well, feel free to give this video a like or leave a comment, perhaps with your thoughts on what the best Little Britain sketches are, or your thoughts on if some of these pushed the boundaries of what's acceptable in comedy and any of that stuff would be interesting to hear about. And if you're interested in more videos like this, me reacting to British culture and Britain and stuff about British culture I've never seen or learned before, feel free to subscribe for more. And until then, thanks for watching and see you next time.